Hey everyone, Paul SM. Today we're going to look inside the box of the Great War Hobby 172 F-15E. So hey everyone, not reviewed an aircraft in a while, so I thought it was about time I did. I picked this up at Telford. It's Great War Hobby's F-15E, so hopefully it'll be a good aircraft and a good model as well. I built the B/D a number of years ago on a video. You can find it if you go back through the channel. And that was a decent kit. Don't really remember any real fit issues. And it went together pretty well. So I'm hoping this is just a miniaturized kind of version of those kits. And we're not going to have any real issues. The kit retails around about the £30 mark. Like I said, I got it from a trader at Telford. But loads of other places sell it. So have a look around and you can pick them up. There's several other variants. There's an Israeli one and a new one due out as well. I forget the variants. I think it's a C and a B. I might be wrong though. But have a look around and there's other variants available. It's a fairly new tool, just last year. And like I say, I'm hoping it's going to be decent. Like I say, not reviewed a aircraft kit in quite some time. So I thought about time we did it. And I plan to build this for my Christmas buddy build, which I'll give more info on my next bench update about, or go to International Scale Model Facebook page, look for my post on there, and that explains about it too. So let's go to the bench and have a look what we get in the kit. Right, so there we are. Excellent box art on the front. Beautiful shark mouth on the F-15E. On the side, we've got a side profile. Again, the decals. On the other side, a couple more side profiles of the decal sets that are in the kit. And that's about it. It's a dinky little box, 172. It's been quite some time since I built a 172, so it's definitely going to be interesting to have a look. Inside we've got one of the biggest question sheets I've ever seen in my life, which we'll get to a little bit later. Some ordnance, other bits and bobs, fuel tanks, lots and lots of little sprues, clear parts, more parts, colour call-out sheet. Very nice. The decal sheet and our instruction book. And there we go. So, yeah, like I say, I'm not stuck together either. I don't like that. That's a shame, but anyway, we'll get to that in a little bit. So let's go put this to one side to give us plenty of room. And we'll go through the sections bit by bit. So, it's been quite some time since I reviewed an aircraft, so bear with me. Now, are these cut open or are they sealed? They are sealed. Find out which side it is. Right, so we've got the upper wing surfaces. We've got the vertical stabilisers by the look of it. And elevators as well. Let's zoom in a touch. There we go. Right, so first impressions. Panel lines and rivet detail is very, very fine. Really nice, clean plastic. Really nice detail. Very, very nice. I'm going to zoom right in so you can catch some of this detail. So the panel lines aren't huge at all, as you can see. So that's a vertical stabiliser. We've got an elevator there. Very nice. They are one piece, which is always good to see. A little bit of marble on the plastic, but that's just in the mould. Same for the other side. No problems there at all. And then on the main fuselage upper, again, that detail is really nice. So, very, very fine panel lines and very, very fine rivet details. You're going to have to make sure you don't hose this thing in paint and lose all that lovely detail, because that would be a real shame. But that is very pretty. Like I said, I built a 148 variant of this a long time ago. It was a D version I built, and that was very nice as well. But the surface detail on this looks absolutely lovely. Very, very nice. There's no flash, there's no mismolds. It's very, very clean plastic. So first we're out of the box, absolutely spot on, no problems there. We'll go with the lower fuselage half, along with intakes. It's a double sprue, so we'll just get one for now. So again, same real nice detail underneath. Wheel wells are there. They're detailed up to a degree, not massively though, but for the most part it looks good. Now it looks like we've got a bit of a seam to remove there. That's no real problem. Very clean, very nice. Shallow panel lines, access panels. Really cool, very, very nice plastic. One or two parts, we've got the intakes and part of the burner cans. They've got a lovely detail on them. As you can see, once they've been painted up, they can hold a wash. They look absolutely fantastic weathered. And our intakes as well, very nicely detailed. Those same kind of panel lines. So yeah, really, really nice, very, very cool. Now we've got our lower wing sections. Quite a large section to this, so hoping it's all going to fit together well. We will find out next month as I build this for my buddy build for Christmas. So if you want to come along and have a look, I'll announce it in my next bench update. And if you want to take part, you can. So we've got the side part of the cockpit. Got the bulkheads for it too. We've got the lower wing surfaces, the rear side of the cockpit, the radar, various struts, exterior antennas, pitot tubes, front landing gear, and again, really nicely done. There's no point looking at it all because it all looks pretty much the same. If you grab like those weapons pylons, they are really well detailed. Very, very nice. As to other halves of the fuselage, like I say, hopefully this will fit in well behind the cockpit. You say proof's in the pudding, and we'll find out in a couple of weeks. But again, no dramas there, there's no flash on there whatsoever. They looks to be all well moulded. Even on the smaller parts, no issues at all. Really nice, very, very nice. Now we've got nose cone, which is poking through the plastic. Cockpit, wheels, other parts of the afterburner, which appear to be in part of the intakes. The canopy surround, even the cockpit itself. It's worth a zoom in. Let's have a little look. For 172, that is pretty well detailed, to be fair. There's plenty of buttons and switches, front and rear. That's very nice. So it's a case that these are just shrunk down 48th kits. It could well be. Let's get it zoomed out again. There we go. Right, so lots of nice little parts, all very crisp. We've got instrument panels, head-up displays there, and again, really nicely detailed. Be interesting to see the seats and what they're like, but for the most part, those parts in there are really nicely detailed. For 172, that's really impressive, I have got to say. Other parts here, we've got the nose cone, nice and securely mounted there, which is good. Again, nicely detailed. The wheels are weighted and really nicely detailed. We've got landing gear, again, really nice. Part of our burner cans, and the air brake as well, which has some nice detail inside it. Very, very cool. I'm well impressed with this 172. Really nice, very, very cool. Wheels are in two halves, but not much of a drama really. And the rear, front wheel, sorry, has ever such a larger seam on it to get any removing, but nothing detrimental at all. Really nice. Very, very cool. Right, last part before we get on to the ordnance and whatnot. So we've got two identical sprues, so we'll just deal with one. And these are our ejector seats. So, other parts of the burner cans. We've got the seats themselves, which, to be fair, aren't all that bad. I mean, it'd probably be better if you go resin. But for plastic parts, they're quite well detailed. Not too bad at all. There's the seat back. So the harnesses are built in there. There may be PE. I didn't actually see any PE, but I think the 48 scale came with PE. This one may not. Got the control sticks. And yeah, other parts of the burner cans which are there. And again, like I said, they're going to look really good washed after being painted. And yeah, very, very nice. Really cool. That's all this is. It's going to be a very nice review because I can't find anything wrong with it. We have got a huge correction sheet. That's certainly really interesting to have a look through. Now, let's have a look at what we've got. So we've got some fuel drop tanks. Are they identical sprues? They are. So we can lose one of those. So we've got our drop tanks. Nothing really to write home on about there. It's got the same shallow panel lines as the rest of the kit has. Two halves glued together. Pretty much by the by, to be honest, but no problem. We've then got, whoa, let's have a look. GBU 15, I like this, I can cheat. It's got the AGM 130 and GBU 15. I do not know my ordnance at all, so you really have to bear with me, and luckily I can cheat because it says so on the back, assuming that's right. But again, same nice recessed and raised detail. Yeah, no problem at all. Not much to talk about, unfortunately, but it's there and it looks good. Next up, we've got some AIM 9s and AIM 120s, which I believe one of those is sidewinders. I think. I might be wrong. I can't remember the last time I reviewed an aircraft kit, if I'm honest. So they're identical, so I can go in there. And these two are different. So we've got AAQ 14. We are not one of those, so I don't need to say. And again, nice detail, nice recessed detail on there. Very good. And onto our AIM 9s and A120s. And again, fairly well detailed. Yeah, not too bad at all. I gotta guess there's a ton of decals to go with these. We'll find out in a bit, but they look alright. And our last bag of sprues bar the clear parts. So let's have a look at these. So we've got identical sprue, and not. Right, so on here we've got our GBU 12s. Again, nicely detailed, no issues there at all. Very cool, and all our pylons are there as well. Attachment points, very good. We've got our AAQ 13. I'm assuming that's what that is. And again, no issue at all. Nice recessed detail on there. Very nice. And then we've got a GBU 24. It's a bit more of a beefier one. Very cool, just got one of those. And our AXQ 14. I'm assuming that's what it is. I honestly don't know. But the detail's good. Like I said, just gotta be careful putting your paint on. You don't put it on too thick or you're going to lose all the definition of the panel lines and the recess work. So, nice thin coat of paint. And you'll be just fine. Now, clear parts. Great little hobby, it's going to have a seam in there. It does. It's absolutely minuscule. But give it a go over with UMP grey sander. then a UMP buffer, and some polishing compounds, and it'll all be gone, easily dealt with in 10 or 15 minutes. So again, the clear parts, not bad at all. Nice and clear, a little bit of distortion, but certainly good enough for this. Mounting points are all raised underneath, so easily trimmed away without ruining the glass. And yeah, no problem there at all. We've got a head-up display there as well. Nice surface detail, again, lovely, really, really nice. Very good. So there's all our sprues. We've got instructions there we'll get to in a minute. We'll have a look at our decals. This is one part of the kit I've been warned about. The decals are not the greatest, and I've very kindly been sent a spare set of decals by Dan Cook, or Cook, if you're Graham. So this could be the kit's Achilles heel. I won't be using them, but from what I've heard, they're a little bit troublesome. There we go. Right, so first set, we've got our shark mouth there. Could pick it up, it'll be there eventually. You see about a tad. So they don't look too bad. There's a lot of carrier film in the parts, and they are rather glossy. They lose a lot of definition lower down though on these parts. You really can't make out what they are. They don't feel overly thick on the paper, but obviously people have used them and they're what you go by. But yeah, I can't make out any of these what they say. It's just gone. Obviously the scale and the nature of the beast, that's the way it's going to be, but they don't look too bad, to be fair. The large decal sheet, we've got all the instrument panels for inside, and then we've got masses and masses of carrier film on these decals there. Completely uncalled for. So yeah, I can see what people mean. I mean, why does that need to be that massive decal there with a massive carrier film in between? That's just crazy. So yeah, on the whole, they're not too bad, but there's way too much carrier film. Completely unneeded, but it's there. And then we've got what looks to be some, are these tiger meat markings? Could be. And again, same kind of thing. They feel a lot thicker actually, but they don't look too bad. Right, colour call-outs. Obviously for the kit decals, I'm doing an aftermarket scheme, but it's going out for MIG paints. And there is our call-out on top. So I don't know if it's got actually camo on this one, doesn't appear so. I'm trying to figure out what it's got there. Is this its actual markings? Very weird if they are. Okay, but yeah, you get the colour call out, which is always good. And now, what is the biggest amendment correction sheet I've ever seen? An A4 sheet, lots and lots of corrections all the way through the build, which is a real shame. From the cockpit, it's pretty much every single step along the way. So you're really going to have to pay attention to what you've got as you go and keep an eye on that. But it's a shame to have that many corrections in an instruction booklet, which we have here, so I'm going to zoom right out. So, a bit of information on the aircraft there. If you want to read it, pause it. Knock yourself out. On the inside, got a sprue layouts, which are all on one sheet at the back. I really don't like that at all. And then we start off assembling the cockpit. Obviously, there's a cockpit section of the correction sheet, so you have to keep an eye on that. What on earth is going on here? Wow. Oh my god, that's the most random instruction sheet I've ever seen in my life. Okay, so there's page 2 and 3. And we go to page 4. Then we go to page 5, which folds out. 6, I do not like that at all, that's crap. I'm not going to lie. But anyway, we start with the cockpit assembly, fairly straightforward. We're then getting the front assembly together, so it's going to need a little bit of filling in places. maybe not. Might be cleverly done, we shall see. Our intakes, the lower half, getting the wing sections together. Definitely dry fit this before you start committing to gluing these. Dry fit all these parts together to ensure they fit before you commit to glue, because there might be a sequence to do it in where they fit better than shown. We've got the burner cans going together there as well, fairly straightforward. Assembling the upper and lower surfaces, again dry fit everything before you commit to glue. Dry fit it. You've got gear up intakes, I'm assuming there's gear down. These instructions are absolutely stupid. Get the burner cans in. Hang on, what the hell's going on there? So we've got gear down and gear up. No, okay, it's the same one, but look like it repeats itself. Random. I'm not a fan of these instructions either, at all. And then assembling the intakes. Then we've got gear down, which is just really confusing on this instruction sheet. Anyway, so there's pages 1 to whatever the hell they were. Yeah, so you got gear up, gear down. Retracted, extended for the air brake. Not a fan of them sticking up, so I always do them down. Elevators, stabilizers, flaps, ailerons, landing gear. Yeah, I don't like these instructions. I don't remember the other Great Wall Hobbies being like this. Pylons are going on, armaments, loadout, and what have you. These instructions are very confusing. I don't even know how they go back together. Anyway, armaments, we've got our targeting pods, navigation pod, guided bomb, really weird, drop tanks, assembling all the gear, armament placing. Okay. More armament placing, more armament placing, and what I'm guessing is some decal layer, which is what those big things were on there, I take it. They are decal placements. So the grey you can see there, I'm guessing is the carrier film. I don't know, I can't figure it out. Very strange. Can't figure out that's the entire decal. Or it's doing B31. So where's 31? That's a square one. That near enough is. So yeah, that near enough is one decal there. That grey is a decal. That's ridiculous to do that as carrier film. Right, okay. So there we go. That is everything of the kit. I'm not impressed by those instructions at all. They're pretty poo, I'm not gonna lie. Kit itself looks good though. But we'll have a little chat when we go back to me. So see you in a minute. Right, so there we go. Mostly positives with, well, 1 or 2 negatives. Instruction book, I do not like that at all. It's shockingly laid out. I'd rather just have a booklet or a fold out, not both. It's ridiculous to work like that, but that's the way they chose to do it. It's still, you can still use it, but I'm just not keen on that way. The decals are supposed to be a weak point of the kit, so like I said, I've got aftermarket ones coming. But other than that, the kit looks pretty decent. It's in a lot of subsections, so I think you have to dry fit everything to make sure it fits well before you commit to glue. And whether it's going to need a load of filling and sanding, I don't know, but we will see. Like I said, I plan to build this next month, so we can see how it goes together, and fingers crossed, it'll be just fine. Like I said, I've got some aftermarket decals on the way, but I still will have to use some of the kit ones on the interior and what have you, so we'll see how they lay down. £30, quite expensive for a 172 kit. I'm just hoping it's going to fit together well. Like I said, I've not built one in a long time, and I could really do with a mojo boost on the old aircraft to see how we get on, but we'll see. So there we go. Hope we didn't waffle on for too long on board the Living Bejesus out of you. As always, check out International Scale Model Facebook page and forum. All free, all well run. We've got the Live at the Bench page for our Friday night live show. It's on every Friday night on the channel. 7 UK, 8 Europe, 1:30 Central US. We've got the Off Air Hangout group. You can come join us off air. You need a webcam, a mic, and a Google Plus account. you can model away while chatting to us all. We've got umpretail.com as well, myself and Lee's business. We sell all sorts on there. Head on over and have a look. Literally just started our 3D printed tape holders. There are a lot of you may have seen on the videos a few times. Well, they're out now. They hold the Tamiya tapes nice and secure, and really, really handy. So they're on there. And check out my Paul ISM Facebook page as well, where my work videos, everything's shared over there. So there we go. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.